Well, Dave, congratulations, 12 wins in a row now, equaling that record for this division. We saw a different side to County really today, very patient and very workmanlike, I felt, this afternoon.
Yeah, not so much sure about the patience. I was disappointed with our first half performance because I think anyway, me being wrong, I think we should go out there with a swagger of a team that's won 11 games and not so much expect anything to happen within the game, but certainly for us to have more belief in how we were going about things. I thought too often too many people didn't want the ball, and then when we did get the ball, we played backwards and sideways far too much when there was space to travel into. And that's not us, and we were fortunate to be in front at the break. The one time we did play forward, we were getting down the sides, and what to get to goal. So we worked on a couple of different things around them. You've got to respect what they do. They're a team that are, I think, second or third in the league in terms of counter-attacking or shots from transitions, and you can see why with Fevrier in a wide area and Sevilla up front, and they have that threat. So you've got to respect that. But I just felt we could have done more. We didn't. We got that goal at the start of the second half that allows us to be more control. We were certainly better second half, but on the flip side, that will probably be a little bit more open and rely on Ben making some saves to make the game a little bit edgy for us.
Great substitution, wasn't it? Half time.
Yeah, probably if we had not scored just prior to it, probably wouldn't have been the only one we'd have made. Again, Aki's played in midfield, but with him and Crosby there, we didn't really have the ball playing ability to get control in the game. So we wanted to bring Campsey in there that hopefully would improve that. The corner that we scored from, we'd looked at a little bit in the first half. So credit to Clint for looking at that. But it's a brilliant finish. It's a great ball, don't get me wrong, but it's a brilliant finish. As his effort just after that showed how good the finish it was, because the next one he missed because it was pretty swirly, and gives you, like I say, gives you then a winning position in my opinion in terms of 2-0. We would be disappointed if we give that away, and puts us really on the front foot. And again, criticism, we probably should have gone and got the third, which then would potentially have taken the stuffing out and doesn't leave you hanging on in a way that they've had some decent opportunities in the second half, and we'll be disappointed they've not got one to get themselves back in the game.
In games like that, set pieces do become important. I thought your set pieces were terrific today, not just because you scored off that second one, but I thought all over the park at various times the set pieces were good. Have you worked particularly hard on that?
We work hard in terms of watching oppositions and watching where we can get potential advantages through how they defend and how they go about things. Fundamentally then, set pieces come down to delivery, and that's a closed skill. An individual can practice like a golf swing. No one's going to stop anything. If I want to put the ball in a certain area, I can put the ball in that certain area if I'm accurate in terms of doing it, and I should be able to repeat that. You then need to, I suppose, work on timing and getting into the right areas and get bodies in the right areas, and ultimately the desire to go and head the ball. We do work hard at it. It's something that, again, I suppose as a key performance indicator over the course of the season you can measure, and if we can be, I suppose, efficient in set pieces for and miserly in set pieces against, in terms of what we give away, which weren't at the start of the season, by the way, then it gives you an advantage, because this league, regardless of all the I suppose developments there's been in terms of how teams play, it's very much a set piece league, and the league is largely decided, or a large part of the goals are scored from that aspect.
I'm sure you've gone straight into the dressing room and praised the players, because it is a remarkable achievement, isn't it? 12 wins in a row, and you were saying to me off air before that you've never had a run like it at any club that you've been at before. Yeah,
it's an amazing achievement, and I said that, so regardless of, like I say, my standards of them are ridiculously high, and I don't think we met them today, but we won, and I've been on runs before where of 20 plus games where you have winning runs, unbeaten runs, shall we say, but to win the amount of games we have is a brilliant effort, because especially this division, it's so tight on a given day. Anybody can beat anybody. So to get that consistency, and then I suppose the most pleasing bit will be when we haven't had that consistency, we've found a way. We've had bits of adversity we've had to deal with, and that will only set us in really good stead as the season moves along. I suppose in the grand scheme of things, it gives us an opportunity next weekend, but all it does is just take us 3 points closer to where we want to be, and that's the most important thing.
You've also used a couple of different formations during the game today, and that's encouraging as well, isn't it? Because if one's not working, you can switch and change, and the players now have got that adaptability.
Yeah, I did, and we did really, and we have done for the time I've been here. We've tried to put or have players on the pitch that can mix the system up, whether that be to go from a 3 to a 4, a 4 to a 5, a box in midfield, a diamond in midfield, 3 up front. It's a little bit more difficult without Louis and that wide threat. But you want to, as best as possible, have flexibility, because everyone talks about systems. Systems are nothing. What system are we? If we're going to go and press, you're a different system than you are out of possession than you are in possession. We want to try and be front foot and press. Sometimes that will look. I go back to Crewe. We played a back 4 at Crewe, but our shape out of possession was a back 3. We were 3-4-3. We were high press, we went man for man against them. So that still makes us a back 4. We tried to get into a back 4 out of in possession rather. But yeah, you can look and think and overthink. We want to put ourselves in position on the pitch where we can win the ball close to the opposition goal, and in possession try and create overloads in certain areas, and that'll manifest itself in lots of different ways. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
You mentioned Crewe there, you mentioned Louis Barry as well. I was speaking to him before the game today. He says he's probably looking to come back around the end of February. How does that affect your planning for the rest of this season? Is Louis Barry potentially still in your plans this season?
Yeah, I'd love him to be in our plans, but that doesn't affect our thinking for January. So we'll look at where we are in January, and if we can, well, I suppose what we have to do is accept that Louis could be in our plans, but also probably work the other way and suggest that we probably not expect, but plan that he's not going to be. So try and look at, is there that profile of player available for us in January that could give us that dynamic that we've lost with Louis, but on the flip side of that, hopefully when Louis comes back, still complement the group which we've got. That'll be our ideal case scenario. Whether that's doable or not, we'll have to wait and see. But we'd love to have him back with us. Great to see him today. He's in good spirits, and I'm sure from his perspective, there's a huge motivation to want to get himself back for the back end of the season, to be able to, I suppose, finish what he started.
And even better news, Sars says he wants to be back for the Aldershot game. Probably that's news to your physio, I would
That's
imagine.
probably wishful thinking, I'd suggest. Listen, I think if...
It's nice to hear, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I think it's good. It's good news. He'll certainly be back on the grass by that point. But if we can get him back for the Notts County game, I'd take that now. And if he's earlier than that, then that's I suppose a very early Christmas present in terms of what that looks like. But the good news is that he's, like I say, still in good spirits. He won't lose his fitness by being out for an extended period, and hopefully we can get him back in the fold.
12 in a row. Have a great week. Well done, Dave.
Cheers, John. Thank you.
Man.